Alright, this is a full day of eating kind of keto. So kind of keto means that I'm eating a high fat, low carb diet, but not necessarily stick to all the keto rules. And since it's Saturday today, I have breakfast. So during the week I always do intermittent fasting by skipping breakfast, but on Saturdays I just like my breakfast. And I usually start my Saturday with something like this. With some nice scrambled eggs, some mushrooms, spinach, some chilies are in there, as well as some goat cheese nicely melted in. So calories as always somewhere here. Okay, it's time for lunch. But a short disclaimer, if you're expecting a keto meal plan here, I have to disappoint you today. On weekends, I usually go a little bit more lenient with my carbs, usually because I cook with friends, but even if I'm not, I allow myself to have some good carb sources, I want to say. If you want to see a pure keto day of eating, I've made a video recently, you can check it out somewhere here. Okay, so the lunch is definitely not really keto. I'm not sure how many carbs I will end up consuming, but I will later put the calories again somewhere into the video. So what do we have for lunch? We will have some nice white-caught salmon. Don't be surprised, white-caught salmon is not as pink as the farmed salmon, but it's far more nutritious. Always make sure if it was frozen to put it on some tissue so it gets much better that way. I will put some broccoli in the oven and roast it. And here's where the carbs come in. We have some carrots, and I just found a recipe for self-made hummus and prepared it. But this is at least good quality hummus, so not the hummus you find at the grocery store with added sugar, tons of canola oil. So this stuff actually has some nice olive oil, no sugar. We have some chickpeas, we have some tahini in there, but it's still some good food for you. So let's start cooking. Okay, there are actually two more secrets to making really good salmon or really good fish in general. The first one is that the butter in the pan has to be sizzling, so it has to be really hot when you put it in. This gives us a really nice crust. And the second one is don't overcook the fish. Alright, the meal is ready. There it is. A very healthy, not so keto meal with broccoli. I'm not gonna eat all of it right now. Salmon, I'm gonna eat all of it. Some hummus and a few carrots. Not sure if I eat them all. And now I'm just gonna enjoy eating, and I will see you for the next meal. Even though there will still be a dessert, and when the dessert comes, I will blend in the calories. And the dessert, yogurt with some nuts on top. Again, all the calories, even though I don't know them right now, I will blend them right here. Pretty sure this was high protein, relatively high carb, not so many fats, but as I said before, on weekends I go a little bit more lenient and just want to have some food I don't allow myself when I'm in ketosis. And I also don't see any disadvantage to this, so I'm healthy and young, and so I think I can allow myself some more carbs and it won't harm me in any way. Even though I still enjoy being in ketosis a lot, or at least enjoy the high fat, low carb lifestyle, as I think it makes me mentally very productive, and also I can slim down some body fat easily if I want to. Okay, stay here for the dinner for sure, which will be a more low carb, high fat dinner with some nice slow cooked meat. I want to try some kind of bone broth and slow cooked meat variant. Let's see how this turns out. See you later. Okay, dinner time, or at least the preparation for the dinner. I was thinking to make a stew with some bone broth I just recently got on Amazon, and I will slow cook some nice organic grass-fed beef in it and throw in a few more veggies. And then, as always, I will have a homemade fermented kefir as my kind of dessert, which I have basically every evening for the last couple weeks. Because I also found that this homemade kefir doesn't kick me out of ketosis, since I think all the sugar is completely used up, so I can literally drink it and the next day I have my ketones in like the 1.0 millimolar range. So let's start cooking. I will actually start preparing everything now, and you might have noticed that I'm now in a different kitchen, so I'm seeing my parents' right now, and there's the advantage of having a little bit better kitchen, not my crappy kitchen in my flat. And here we have like a slow cook pot, which I will make use of. So let's get started. Alright, while this is going now for about an hour, I will go running. Not an hour, I don't think I can do an hour, but I realized I do too little endurance sports, so I'm gonna force myself now to go some running. And then we will see how this turned out. I'm excited.
1 hour later.
Alright, there it is. Nicely boiled for about an hour, I would say. And now we're gonna try it, at least hopefully without burning myself. If you're wondering why I'm using bone broth for cooking, you can check out my video about the health benefits of bone broth. It's actually great for gut health in particular and for reducing inflammation. Okay, but without further ado, It's still pretty hot, but the meat is awesome. And the bone broth is also really tasty. I mean, I guess it tastes about the same as normal broth, I would say, or even vegetable broth, but with a certain scent to it. Okay, I think I will, as always, blend in the calories here. I think I will probably end up at around 100 carbs a day, so which is still technically low carb, and this is also accounting for this giving me like the carbs a grocery kefir would be, which definitely is not the case. I think I also end up being pretty high with the protein, with the salmon, eggs and beef, but still the fat's nice and high, so little keto break today. Right, the last thing before we end this video, why am I consuming so much dairy, or why am I consuming so much fermented food products? One of the main reasons is that I do think that the health benefits of fermented food are very solid. I made a video about it, you should go and check it out. And the second reason is, for a year now I'm experimenting with consuming a fermented food product every day and not getting sick. And since I started it, which is pretty much a year ago, I've not gotten a cold, except for one time when I stopped it, when I stopped taking any fermented food products. There were also some other issues which might have me gotten sick, and who knows if fermented food would have prevented it. But now I used to say, or now I'm actually saying, one fermented food product a day keeps the doctor away. And I feel like it's working, even if it's just placebo. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and see you next time.